morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm walking through the showroom of Graber Roofing and Gutters as we learn about their services and also what you can expect this year at the Home and Garden Show. Then in studio, Fire and Ice HVAC is joining me to give us tips about furnace maintenance prevention and the services they have to offer. And a little bit later, Wayne Awning is here, and you don't want to miss that conversation as we learn how you can accessorize your patios for the summer. That and more happening now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment is sponsored by Graber Roofing and Gutters. Graber Roofing and Gutters has been in the Fort Wayne community for 17 years, and they provide everything from beautiful roofing options as well as sensible gutter options. They believe in value and knowledge, and today I'm going to speak with their CEO to learn more about their services, and you can catch them at the Home and Garden Show. Are you ready? Let's get started. Joining me now is Ben Graber, who is the CEO of Graber Roofing and Gutters. Hey there, Ben.
Hello, how are you?
Good to see you again.
It's good to be here.
Yes, okay, so we're standing in your fabulous showroom, and I must say the last time we were here, you had just started the process, and now it's all complete.
Yeah, it's been a work in process, so.
Yes, okay, so what can people expect when they come to this new kind of display?
We just like to educate. We want you to make the best choice, invest your money wisely, and something that will add value to your home.
Yes, which is so true, especially if people choose the right types of materials that goes with their needs. And we are here in northern Indiana, and this weather and climate is very unique. So what type of materials works best for our weather here?
There's multiple different options with roofing and siding, guttering, but what we like to do is have people look at your investment per year. So you may use a inexpensive product that may only last 10 years. You invest more money, it may last 25, 30 years. So it's just a cost per year thing that we like to get people to look at, and it depends on how long they want to stay.
Yeah, absolutely. And people do have to look at the durability, like you said, and stuff that's more low maintenance. And so what are some of those material options? What do you have available for people?
We have the metal. You know, metal's been around for a long time, but a lot of synthetics, a lot of polymer modified shakes, like they look like wood or they look like slate, and they're very durable, last 50, 60 years.
And you have some type of, is it composite material?
It's like a polymer modified. So a lot of our shingles they have like plastic and they recycle rubber tires.
Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about the gutters a bit, because that's really important too, because what do gutters do if it's not the right type that should be on your roof?
It's the size of gutter. A lot of times gutters are undersized and they don't get the water away quick enough when you have a rain like we had this morning. But guttering, man, this winter, it put it to the test. Like all that ice and snow and staying up there for like 6-8 weeks. But good guttering protects your home, siding, windows, concrete.
Okay.
There's a lot of value.
Because really, is it because it takes the liquid and drains it down to a specific outlet? But if people have clogged gutters, what happens? Does it just overflow and then probably do house damage, I'm assuming?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It can overflow. Clogged gutters is one of the things that we find that are really simple fix, but hire a professional if you're not comfortable climbing up there yourself. But it overflows back into the home, and a lot of times it can cause ice damming, where it will freeze and force its way up underneath your shingles and cause a lot of damage.
Wow. And I know it's really cool, you all offer gutters that are actually sealed, where it catches the material before it even has a chance to clog, correct?
Yeah, it's a leaf protection, keeps the leaves and debris and all the little pine needles and helicopters and all that stuff out of your gutters.
Yeah. And so what can people really do as they prepare to probably do more preventative maintenance, I would say, before a big ice storm, or as you say, ice damming, or perhaps spring storms? How can people take maintenance on their homes now?
Cleaning the gutters is a big thing. Letting that water get away before it can freeze. Flowing water will often get away. But just the simple things of, like I always say, don't wait till it hurts, like clean it, take care of things, and we're there to help do that. So.
And anything they can do for their roof, like their roofing, the material on it?
Roofs should be inspected.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times people think, well, my roof is only 5 or 6 years old, but they may have not realized that a branch fell and poked a hole, or they had maintenance done and someone poked a hole in their roof. And just so a simple inspection can save you a lot of money. Yeah,
because it's not like a shingle's gonna fall off and hit you on the head and you're like, oh, I need a new roof. You have to get that inspection done before. Okay, so you will be at the Home and Garden Show this week. Very exciting. You all can visit Graber Roofing at booth 401. And what can people expect this year from you?
Well, hopefully you'll meet a friendly salesperson or inspector that will just walk you through your process, see what your needs are, and just we love serving the Fort Wayne community, so it's our interest to protect the value of your home and add value to it as well. So,
I love that. And you are giving away little door prizes. People can have an opportunity to get different percentages off. Yes. All right, well, they have to come visit you. Thank you so much, Ben, for chatting with me today.
Thank you.
Good to see you. And if you would like more information about Graber Roofing and Gutters, you can visit them at the website listed below and see them at the Home and Garden Show. Remember, it's booth 401. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Graber Roofing and Gutters.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Fire and Ice HVAC. Fire and Ice Heating and Cooling is a locally owned and operated HVAC business dedicated to providing top-notch heating and cooling services in Fort Wayne and the surrounding areas. And you can actually visit them at the upcoming Home and Garden Show at booth 344. And joining me today is Hunter Lazarick, who is their service technician. Hello there, Hunter.
Hello.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
You too. All right, so HVAC systems are something that's so important. Anyone that owns a home has one. And I know that, you know, as people think about the maintenance of it, you all really promote them to focus on doing preventative maintenance.
Correct.
So kind of share with me that strategy.
So the main reason for that is to prevent emergency calls, so you're not down without heat for an extended amount of time. The main points is getting everything checked out, making sure it's safe. As, most important thing there is safety. There's a lot of things that we can catch ahead of time that could potentially cause health hazards. But yeah, for the most part, it's to save you time and not have to have another service tech come out in the middle of winter and you're cold, or in the middle of summer and hot. But yeah, for the main reasons is to save money too. So.
Oh, absolutely, because we say prevention is better than a cure.
Correct.
And so how often should someone get maintenance done?
So every 6 months roughly. So 1 month, once part you're doing the furnace, and then the next 6 months you're going to do the AC. Normally AC in the spring, and then in the fall time you're looking at the furnace.
And what type of costs are associated with that?
So here at Fire and Ice, we have a Fire and Ice service plan, or the FISP like we like to call it.
Okay.
It's $169.95. That includes the 2 visits, priority service, 10% off parts and labor, and then you get like I said, one heating visit, 1 cooling visit.
Yes, and part of the prevention is like, people may not feel that something is actually wrong. So can you share with me just something that you've seen as you've gone out that maybe people are like, oh, my furnace is fine, and then you actually find something that could be detrimental?
So a lot of times the customer thinks it's fine as long as it's heating, and there's a lot of times that the furnace can overheat and it can actually cool off. and it will reset. And a lot of times you'll have a furnace that's overheating because their filter needs changed, or there's sometimes blower speeds need adjusted, or over time that blower gets dirty, which is another reason to get a blower cleaning. And overheating, it can stop your furnace for about 3 minutes, and if it cools off, it will start back up, and you'll never notice you had a problem. Versus it can get past that, middle of the night, gets really cold, overheats really bad, and then you're off for 3 hours, and that's when people will notice. So the main thing is just that preventative maintenance is always going to keep you from having, especially like an overheating. We're going to get your filters checked. We're going to make sure you know when to change them. We're going to look at that blower, make sure it's clean, and basically make sure your furnace is going to run for you majority of the season, which obviously nothing's perfect. Something can happen, but for the most part, we're going to get you going. So.
Yes, I mean, and we are having a very cold winter here in Indiana, so we have to have our furnace. And I know that you talked about 10% off of parts and labor if you come out to do this evaluation, but you actually have a really nice financing plan.
Correct.
So break that down for me.
So it's 60 months, same days, same as cash. So basically, you're paying the loan off as long as you pay it within that 60 months. You're not paying any extra interest or anything else. So it's it's just free loan. So.
Yeah, I mean, 60 months is incredible because I'm pretty sure that can get kind of costly depending on how long you wait and how bad the damages are.
And we can obviously do lower than the 60 months as well. So, but yeah, it helps a lot of people.
Yeah, and each year you all are at the Home and Garden Show, which is just the mega event that people really look forward to visiting because they get to have more one-on-one interaction and be able to ask questions. So you all will be at 344.
Right.
And so I know you've been out there a few times. So talk to me just about the engagement, the interaction, what the experience is like there.
It tends to be a lot of fun. As we're just normal people having conversations, and people ask a lot more. I wouldn't say a lot more there than they would at their actual house, but they can get questions answered, and sometimes that's the little kick they need to say, "Hey, I do want you out. I want to have you take a look, make sure everything's safe." So, but yeah, safety is the biggest thing with the furnaces. They can definitely cause a lot of dangers. So definitely get them checked out.
They can. And your company being locally owned, give me a little background about how long you've been in this community and just really the culture of it.
So Fire and Ice has been around for quite a while now. I don't know the exact amount of years. I've been here almost 2 years now. I've been doing HVAC for 10 years. But yeah, Fire and Ice has been around pretty much the whole time I've been doing HVAC, so never not seen them out there. But yeah, it's locally owned. Mike's lived in the Huntertown area for a long time now. So, but yeah, everybody lives here in Fort Wayne or just outside of Fort Wayne, and we all work here and like it here. So.
Yeah. I love that. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great time this week at the Home and Garden Show. So thank you so much for coming in and chatting with me, Hunter.
Yep, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And if you would like more information about Fire and Ice Heating and Cooling, we'll have their website listed below. Visit them at the Home and Garden Show to get your questions answered, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Fire and Ice HVAC.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Wayne Awning Co. Wayne Awning offers affordable and superior quality for your home, business, and even your marina. And today, joining me is their president, Brandon McLean, to share more about their business. Hello, Brandon.
Hi, how are you, Jessica? Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Okay, so last time we chatted, I came out to your facility and got to see really the magic behind it all, how you all made your different awnings and the different options. So start off by just giving us an overview about your business.
So we've been in business 1932 here locally in Fort Wayne, doing awnings and other type of canvas and vinyl work, primarily residential, commercial awnings, patio coverings, outdoor coverings, pool covers, some marine upholstery, marine covers, a little bit of everything when it gets into the textile fabric world. But primarily it's residential and commercial awnings that we've kind of thrived on over the past 80 plus years.
Yes, which is a long time. And you all will be out at the Home and Garden Show at booth 1131. And people can come and really see what you're all about. So will you be building something? Will you have samples on display?
So yeah, we're building a wall. It looks like an actual house. So you can get a feel of what a traditional patio awning would look like on a brick 2-story home with windows, sliding glass door. And then we'll also have a couple different retractable awnings that we do. And so that's kind of a big thing when it comes to spring, summertime. A lot of people have taken a liking to the retractable awning because it's shade on demand. And it's not always out in the weather elements like a traditional patio awning that's got a frame and a cover that you take on and take off. What's unique about this year is we've actually we've started to manufacture our own retractable awning. So traditionally we would order from different vendors retractable awnings. They get shipped in and then we'd install them at the customer's house. Because of tariffs and shipping delays and kind of everything that's going on in the industry, we've decided to basically build our own awning. So from the frame to the tube that it's built on to the arms, we're building that here locally in Fort Wayne. And then the cover, we've got over 500 different fabrics that we can choose from. So you really can customize your awning. And at the same time, not worry about extended lead times when you get into the summer months. We've been able to build an awning within like a 2 to 3 day turnaround time. Now, on average, you're probably going to look at 2 to 3 weeks when we get into summertime. But in theory, we can build an awning. If you call in the morning, we could have it built and potentially installed in the afternoon. So
is there like a best time of year to place that order? Because I think people sometimes do wait until spring and summer. But is now, while it's still winter, a good time to start that process?
Yeah, you ask a lot of people, they think it's spring already because we've had a couple nice warm days and they're ready for their awnings to come out. But no, right now is a great time. You kind of get ahead of the rush when it gets into spring. When you start to get into April, May, people start to go up to the lakes. They start to open up their lakes, lake homes. They spend more time outside. And then when you start to get those warm days and you're sitting on your patio and it's hot, then you're like, hey, I need an awning. So does everybody else. And so the lead times will start to go up as you get closer to the middle of the summer. And then when you get towards the end of summer, then you start to deal with, does it make sense to do it now or do I wait? And then traditionally, over the winter months is when, aluminum or the raw material suppliers, that's when they tend to do price increases. So then you're stuck because you don't want to pay for an awning and then let it sit on the shelf for 4 to 5 months before you want to put it up in spring. So right now is probably the best time. But with that being said, you kind of want it when you need it, and you need it when you want it. So before now, and then obviously the Home and Garden Show, people's interest starts to get piqued about outdoor spaces and how can they enjoy them more. So
that's so awesome. So what do you think, as people kind of consider the process of getting an awning, where do they start? Is it really deciding if they need it to be retractable or something more permanent, and then they kind of think about the size of it and then the material to choose from?
Yeah, it's really dependent upon your space and what you want to get out of it. Each type of awning has kind of its pros and cons, I guess, if you will. A traditional like framed patio awning is probably going to be it's more robust because you've got framing that's built on it, so it can handle like a heavier rain. It can handle more wind. It's always out. So if you go outside and it's not super hot, it's not super sunny, and you want the sun in May when it's not super hot out. But your awning's out
because how long do they last?
So if you look at like a traditional patio awning that you would have in your back of your house, depending on the size, the majority of those will come down in the fall. And so that's part of what we do. We'll go around and we'll take all the patio awnings down, store them, clean them, treat them, and then put them back up in the springtime. Those awnings, in theory, you can get 15 to 20 years out of the cover itself. The frame, you typically don't have to worry about that. It's, the material is either aluminum or galvanized, so that, in theory, will last a lifetime. And then the same thing with the retractable, because you're really only using it when you're sitting underneath it. So that fabric's not always out. It's not always getting, the sun that's hitting it.
Yeah.
It doesn't get a lot of the wind that tends to, tatter up the front on the valance.
Yeah.
So you get, again, 15 to 20 years out of that type of awning. The frame, in theory, should last forever. The electronic components, we've seen, I think, we did a couple motor replacements and they were 20 plus years old. So they last a really long time.
I mean, it sounds like a really great investment, really.
Yep.
So with that process, so if someone is interested in learning more about your company and just kind of talking to you about the options, how should they get in contact with you?
So really, I mean, it's real simple. Website has contact information, call. That's, I would say, the majority of our appointments. Customers call, they go to the website. Usually they kind of know what they want as far as an awning goes. Maybe not what type of an awning.
Yeah.
So then they call us, we set up an appointment, we do free estimates, consultations. We'll go out to the customer's house, we'll look at the space, we'll take measurements, we'll see what's going to work, what they want out of an awning, and then that's pretty much it. Then they get to pick out colors, fabric, frame colors, fabric patterns in different colors. So yeah, it's a pretty simple process by calling us or emailing us and then visiting our website.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, great talking to you, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. We're excited.
Yes. And if you would like more information about Fort Wayne Awning, we'll have their website listed below, and you can visit them this week at the Home and Garden Show. They will be at booth 1131. Stop by and see what they have for their setup. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Fort Wayne Awning Company.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on Wayne.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.